Hey, I'm April J, and you're watching The Spotlight. It is such a pleasure to bring you more content. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. In this episode, we spotlight a local individual who's making a difference in the community, and we also discuss an upcoming event. Check it out. I am here with an entrepreneur, a businessman, a mentor, a motivator. I mean, I can keep going on and on with his resume. But I'm here with my friend, Matt Naylor, and he's also fam too, if you didn't know. How you doing, Matt? What's going on?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm glad we were able to finally sit down and have a talk, have a little chit chat.
Right. Schedules.
Oh yeah, schedules. Real schedules, right? All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Hattiesburg, born and raised, left a few times, went to Florida, so that's my second home. Went to Hattiesburg High, straight from the Pride Lands. So, undefeated season for any of y'all that's, watching and looking from anywhere else, But yeah, grew up doing a lot of different stuff. The same now, involved in a lot of different stuff as far as business, ministry, mentorship, the whole nine. I'm just trying to get it every which way I can. Married to my wife, Cassandra, got 2 boys, Benji and Kai. They characters and stars themselves, so that's about the whole nine.
Yeah. Let's talk about you going into entrepreneurship. What motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
I never really remember. All I know is I was a diehard football fan, and being that, I remember watching ESPN and always growing up around guys that played college ball when I was in high school. And the big thing around that time was having a backup plan. So, being a ball player, I was like, hey, if I don't go pro, I'm gonna have a business. So I took a business class in high school, and then it hit me, hey, even if you go pro, still start a business. And man, I just grew a passion for it from there. I always wanted to work for myself and, to be able to invest in everything of that nature.
So talk about your Beat Life movement or your projects and how the Beat Life movement was birthed.
I was sitting in a service one day, and my lead pastor, Apostle Paul Beard, he was preaching, and he was talking about how life can be beating you down. And that's what was happening to me at this point. And I'm like, man, that's how I feel. Like every negative part he was talking about, that's how I felt. Like, man, I feel like I'm a person getting beat down. And then at the end of it, he said, man, you gotta beat life and don't let life beat you. And it just stuck with me. And so, during 2016, I didn't have a job. My wife was nursing. She was working 12-hour shifts. We had just had our first son, Benji. And then back to back, we had Kai, our second son. So I'm at home every day. And I mean, life was just rough. I'm raising a kid. I ain't never had a daddy. I mean, I was doing everything. So I was like, man, and in the midst of we were trying to change our mind. We were changing our eating, changing our health. And I started to actually see myself beating life, but I just didn't feel like it in my heart. And so therefore came like, hey, you know what? Let's put some motivation into this. And that's what it did, man. I just started hitting it with the motivation. And I thought about all the kids and people who I never gave back to. And I said, man, what better way than to take this motto, beat life, and give it to people.
And that's what you're doing now. You're beating life. You are a businessman. You're an entrepreneur. Like you said, you're in ministry. So with that being said, now that you have a platform and you go around and you mentor and you motivate other people, you actually have a YouTube channel.
Right.
So talk about that.
Right. The YouTube channel, I really feel like it's like 10 years late because I've been doing videos my whole life, and I just recently needed a way outside of just the basic and regular social media to reach people. And one of the biggest things I knew was I'm always going to social media to get motivation or to learn something. So I was like, man, why not turn around and do it myself and put it on YouTube? So I have a lot of videos on there now, which I'm glad about. Took a work. So over the last year or so, just everything that I've done Big Life, I made sure that I recorded it and put it on YouTube. And I actually have a YouTube show now called the Morning Moto.
Awesome. So with that Morning Moto, good morning, Jesus. That's my favorite part. Good morning, Jesus. So with that being said, what is your overall goal and plan that you want to pursue? What is the actual vision of the Beat Life movement?
Wow, it's huge. But mainly, being a mentor base as well as a motivation company where people can come and learn. And I just really want to make it a factory for kids, and a factory not just for kids, but for young adults, teenagers, people who have a dream and want to make that dream come alive. And I want to be able, which I feel like I have now, to be able to have the resources and the technology and everything to give them every single thing that they need to succeed. So all you got to have is the dream and the belief. But what if I could equip you with everything else? What if I can give you everything else that you needed? That would determine how much of a dreamer you can become and how much of a believer that you are.
Now that's amazing. Now my question to you is, with all that being said, why is it so important for you to be a mentor? What is the energy that's fueling you to say, I want to mentor boys and young men ages 8 to 18? Why is that such a focal point for you?
When I got saved, 2012, got saved, and a couple months later, totally disappeared from the world. Locked myself out, had to get away from a lot of things I was involved in, clean my life up in a lot of ways. So it wasn't just only just a Christian experience, it was a life-changing experience, all in all, that I was embarking on. But one of the biggest things that hit me was, over them years, it was a lot of kids that did things like that I used to do, as far as good things. There were ball players, there was artists, there was multiple people who asked me to mentor them, and I never did. And I one day sat down, same time in 2016, sat down and looked at these kids and where their lives were. And a lot of them, they was headed down the path that I had headed down before I decided to change my life. And I was like, man, why have God given me this and I've not done anything with it? So I always think about those handful of kids who I still can barely reach now because they're in so deep and so much time has went by. Whatever it is that I can do, I want to make sure that I do my part, and not just having or being a father figure in their life, but the stand we take as mentors is having a big brother, having somebody that's been there. So creating that network and that brotherhood to make sure that whatever it is that could make them fail, that we cut that totally short. That's the inspiration and the motivation behind it.
That is so awesome. And I know you're going to do great things. I know you've mentored young men before, and I'm sure that there are testimonies after testimonies of how Matt Naylor is telling everybody to beat life.
That's right.
Absolutely. Now, what was your inspiration? What inspired you, or who inspired you to start this process and say, Matt Naylor, you need to go ahead and do it, continue with it? Who inspired you to do that?
It was a couple people, man. Steve Harvey being one of my biggest and favorite motivators, and just knowing where he came from, all the downfalls that he had, just watching him turn around. He's been one, as well as Kevin Hart. I watched Kevin's rise, and just been like, man, this dude is really going out there and getting it. No holdbacks, none of that. He's been one. My big brother, Cordell Beard, man, just always investing in me and always telling me, man, we ain't in a box. We don't even know what a box is. We just out here getting it. Him, my wife is one of the biggest ones, one of the most talented people in this world, and just so humbly being so. And so I just decided to take a aspect of, if these people can do it and they believe in me, then I could definitely turn around and do it and show other people, that they believe in themselves, and of course you as well.
Me?
You've always been around, and since you've been around, you don't meet too many people that when you meet them, they believe in you from day one, even when they don't know what you do. And because I think when I met you, I didn't do nothing. I was just saved, and that's all I wanted people to know. Man, I'm saved. I ain't come from nowhere. I'm just here today. That's all you need to know.
Now, February 23rd, with that being said, since I am an inspiration, let's talk about the event that you're having February 23rd.
It's called the Beat Like Pink event, and it's an event that we're gonna have. It's gonna be ladies only, and I'm not a person that mentors females, but I do have a nice size female following. So I decided, hey, what better way to start off the year than to let the ladies go first, have a Beat Like Pink event. We're gonna do it, like you said, February 23rd at the La Quinta. And a lot of different details are gonna be coming out at the time from this video up until the time that we're doing it. And one of my favorite things about it is that you will be speaking there.
Indeed.
Yep, as one of the mentors, and as well as a lot of other inspirational young ladies are gonna be there. And I'm really excited for teenage and young adult girls and moms to really just get in that room and get together and have a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. I know we're gonna have a great time. And this has been a great time speaking with you. And I encourage everyone to beat life. Beat life. No matter what comes your way, beat life. And I know that's all that you're telling everyone. That's the push that you have. That's the motivation that you have. Beat life.
Don't let life beat you.
That's right.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Moto. Good morning, Jesus. I'm so excited to see you guys on the Morning Moto. We are still on the Beat Life Pink grind. Once again, the Beat Life Pink event is an event that we're doing for young ladies that's going to be used to encourage them, to inspire them, to motivate them, and to educate them as well on different things that they could do. And it's an all-ladies event that's going to be happening, and I'm so excited about it. It took a lot for me to do it, but nevertheless, we're doing it and we're getting it done. So alongside with the event, we're also doing the Beat Like Pink sponsorship this week. That's right, you guys can get involved in more than one way. So one of the biggest ways you guys can get involved is by being a sponsor yourself. And the goal that we set is we want 20 people to give $20. That's the goal that we got for the 20s. But you guys, hey, anybody can give a 10, anybody can give a 5. Now, there are going to be links below, the PayPal link, paypal.me/Matt Naylor, as well as we're going to be using Cash App, and you can always donate cash if you're local or if you're a person that see me. We're helping these young ladies, we're getting them pushing and things like that. And that's just one of the major reasons why we want to do it, because women today, they're so looked down upon. A lot of times they're degraded. A lot of times their image is minimized. But what we want to do, we want to honor them. So that's why this year, Beat Like did Ladies First. You know what I'm saying? The first event that I'm doing this year is going to be tailored toward the ladies. I got some ladies that I trust, some inspirators, some inspirers that are going to be there working and communicating the event. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to really put in that donation and help out.
A special thank you to Matt Naylor once again, and I hope to see you at the Beat Life Pink event. Well, that completes my episode. Thank you so much again for watching. Be sure to tune in next time on The Spotlight.